Hello, I'm Yayha and this is FBB TV Meets. I'm with
Rob Tanner, Chief Football Writer of the Leicester Mercury, and I'm the author of 5001 The Leicester City Story.
Okay, let's start now. Why is the book called 5,000 to 1?
Because those were the odds that some bookmakers gave on Leicester City winning the title at the start of the season. They were ranked outside. There was more chance of you meeting Elvis Presley still alive than Leicester City winning the Premier League.
Yesterday, your first book got printed. How did that feel for you? How did that feel?
It was wonderful to go to the printers, and the first thing I saw when I walked through into this big room was a big stack of my books on a table waiting for me to sign. I've never been asked to sign anything before, and I had to sit and sign 250 of them. Then they gave me a tour of the printers, and it was huge, absolutely enormous. And they have these big rolls of paper, which is like toilet rolls, and they use them on these big machines, and it was great to watch it come off.
Who do you think was the most important player this season for Leicester?
Well, there were several players that were important, and it was a team effort. I mean, Leicester City won the title because they were the best team. They all stick together, they work hard on the pitch, on the training field, and they socialise all together as well. They go out for meals together, so they are one big team. They're a unit, and that's why I think they've ultimately won it. But there were some key performers. Mahrez was outstanding, with some fantastic assists and got lots of goals. And Kante was a machine in midfield, up and down, winning the ball back for him, led the stats for ball recovery in the Premier League. At the back, Huth, Wes Morgan with fantastic partnership. But at the top, 24 goals this season, Jamie Vardy. You're only as good as your strikers in the Premier League, and Leicester City had one of the best.
Any other players to mention?
Yeah, besides Mark Albrighton, what a story about Mark Albrighton. People reckon that Leicester City's rise coincided with the reburial of Richard III, but actually if you look at the stats, it's when Mark Albrighton came into the side for the last 9 games of the previous season, when they won 7 of the last 9 to stay up, and he was an ever-present this season, nearly all the way through the season, playing on the left, an unsung hero.
What were your thoughts on the sacking of Nigel Pearson?
I was worried. I was concerned because he'd built this team over 3 years and it developed, and they were all his players and they were incredibly loyal to him. So I thought, oh no, somebody's going to come in now, and when Claudio Ranieri was appointed and he had the reputation of being the Tinker Man, I thought, oh no, he's going to come in and change everything. He's going to rip up all the foundations that have been put in place for the last 3 years. This team's going to be dismantled and it's going to be a struggle. But I was wrong, thankfully.
FBB teaches about resilience. How resilient was this Leicester side?
They had to be very resilient, especially at the start of the season, because they were conceding a lot of goals, and although they were scoring goals, they were having to come back in games to get wins and draws. And I remember one game in particular, they were 2-0 down against Aston Villa, and they scored 3 in the last half an hour to win that game. And then the next week they were 2-0 down at half-time away at Stoke, and the fans cheered them off the pitch, so the fans had to be resilient as well. And sure enough, the second half they came back as well to grab a point at Stoke, so it was absolutely crucial. And then later in the season they kept picking up 1-0 wins. It's always a sign of good resilience that defensively you can stay strong and pinch important victories. Jamie Vardy, when he set the record, he's shouting, "It's all me, it's all me," because he'd beaten Ruud van Nistelrooy's Premier League record, scoring in 11 consecutive games. Jose Mourinho heading for the sack after defeat.
Where can you buy these books from?
Well, actually, I've got one here for you that I'll sign for you, and you can keep. But people can buy these now in the shops and online and Amazon. But this is your special copy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tanner.
You're welcome, Yayha. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.